We'll just record them.
Oh, you really did just hop right into that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, might as well. How are you today?
Uh,
Oh.
how like when you know how like when you don't love your job?
Yes, I am having that predicament right as we speak.
Yeah, that's me right now. I wake up every morning and I'm like, fuck this job, man. And it's not my job itself.
It's
How
a
about we say
circumstance. It's the
it's the
circumstance.
environment, circumstances. Yeah, I don't I like the actual work that I do, and I care about the people that I essentially
Yeah.
work for. But it's Sunday night as we're recording this, and the only thing on my mind is how I don't fucking want to go to work tomorrow.
I feel that on a deep level. It's super frustrating
Mm.
because it's like, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way, which sucks because I feel like we should at least enjoy our jobs somewhat if we're doing
Yeah.
them 40 hours or more a week.
Yeah. And like I feel bad complaining about it because
A lot of people
I
don't have jobs right
yeah, a
now.
lot of people don't have jobs right now, but I'm
The
just
people with jobs right now, unfortunately, are super stretched thin and super
yeah.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, yeah.
But I get
Yeah.
it.
Mhm. So it's such a weird feeling because I know I should be thankful that I even have a job, but I just
It's a
cannot
lot.
stand it going in every single day. Anyway, other than that, I am A-okay. How are you?
Good. I had a lazy Sunday and I got a new computer, so we just tested that out today.
Nice.
And it was fine up until about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, the
The
problems you're experiencing are problems that I have with my own desktop, and I wish that I had advice for you, but I've had my desktop for 4 or 5 years now, and I still never figured it out. So if you
I
figure
don't
it out,
know.
let me know.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. The computer is brand new. I'm having some weird headset and mic issues, so I am recording
Mhm.
off of Eric's computer, but everything else ran fine. We played Overwatch. We had 4 computers going at once because now we have another computer for Olivia. So all of us were just playing at once,
Nice.
and it was really fun. Luckily, I wasn't using my headset. Or else I would have figured that out forever ago that it wasn't working, but
Yeah, that's true.
Eric got it for me for Christmas and gave it to me early only because my brother is off for the next like 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
And it'd just be easier to play while he was actually off and not after the holidays.
Right, right.
So, but I'm super excited and it's super pretty. And I'll have to send you a picture of it to post for the blog.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's really pretty and I'm excited. And it's so much faster. Like loading things, when I'm like, okay, let's record, and then it takes me
Yeah.
20 minutes because my computer is taking its sweet ass time.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and that's even with it on. Like, if it completely starts from the beginning, it would take forever, but it
yeah,
would take forever even if it was on. It was in like sleep mode. So,
yeah.
things load so much faster
Yeah,
now.
my PC is getting to that point. It's gonna be time for me to upgrade the mom board and my RAM
Mom board?
for the next couple of things. One of my friends in a friend circle I had in college referred to it like that, and so now I just refer to it like
The
that.
mom
The
board.
mom
The
board.
board
So,
of moms.
yep,
They're all sitting in the computer dictating.
the board of moms who might also be named Karen.
No, Karens aren't that cool to be in that computer.
Okay, that's fair.
What's your highs
So,
and lows?
yeah, thank you for taking the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
My lows, well, I already talked about my lows. Fuck my
Yeah.
job.
It was just
My highs, shit. I'm trying to
your
like,
phone. Turn your
I
phone
know,
sound off.
I know. I'm trying to like get a picture of our episode sponsor, but every time I go to like upload it, somebody like texts or messages me, and so instead I tap the notification. It's driving me nuts.
Oh my god.
I know, I know. I'll talk about our episode sponsor.
Is that your high?
Yeah. because
Okay.
she's cute. So our episode sponsor comes from a listener who submitted the story about how her, what was it, her grandmother or her great grandmother was found burnt to death in the front yard of her house.
Yes.
Yes. So
The
this is the same
horrifying
person.
imagery that I will never forget ever.
So this is the same person. Her dog is named Abby, and I'll send you a couple pictures real quick so that you have
Reference.
picture reference in your brain. They will be on our website at ghoulgaminggals.com. So here is a short story of how Abby came to be, because Abby came to be in this person's life not last night, but the night before as we're recording this, so Friday night. My husband's friend was at a local park and watched these people roll up, shove her out, and drive off. Wes was driving by and saw his friend standing on the side of the road with a dog. He was like, "Well, that's odd," and stopped to find out what was up. The friend said as soon as they jumped her, he tried calling her over, but she was shaking and peed all over herself. Poor thing. She was covered in some nasty sores and fleas. The fleas were huge, too. The friend couldn't take the dog home, but didn't know what to do. Wes said something, told him to give this dog a home, so he did. I don't know what that means, but anyway. He knows not to bring home just any kind of animal either. Like I have enough responsibility with my son. We
Yeah,
sent
exactly.
we sent and their son is 3 years old. We sent pictures of her to my stepsister-in-law, who's a vet. She said she thinks she's more than 6 months, but less than 15 months. This dog's name, according to the 3-year-old, is Abby Cadabby, and they don't know what her name before her was or what her backstory is, but she will be going to the vet on Tuesday. So
Are they
that's
gonna keep her?
they're gonna keep her. She just said it's a very merry early Christmas for my
Well, that
family.
works out.
So you have a picture of her in your texts. You should.
Oh, she's so cute. She looks like a beagle
Yes,
mix.
right. And I don't know.
She looks
Yeah,
sweet.
they don't know what kind of dog she is. They don't even know if she's fixed yet
She
because they
probably
she doesn't.
isn't.
hmm but
She's
apparently
so cute.
she's very sweet with Parker, and Parker and Abby are already friends with each other and became fast friends. So this is just it's good that Abby. Unfortunately, this happened really traumatically, but I'm glad
She
she's
has a
got a
good
good
home
home now.
now.
So
Yeah, she's so cute.
congratulations, Abby Cadabby. We are so happy for you to be our episode sponsor. And
I
yeah,
hope you
that's
enjoy
my
your new
high.
home.
Dogs with happy forever homes are always going to be my high.
That's
So,
so cute.
so
I
tell me about your lows and highs.
my low is probably just feeling a little garbo-y, but I think I'm in the middle of a flare up with my POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. So it affects literally everything in my body.
Yeah,
But the biggest issue that I've been having is I just feel really heavy and really gross, and I haven't been able to like shower without help or get dressed without help. That's how it was yesterday. Today has been a little bit better. But when I have a flare up that bad, I'll get like really dizzy, I'll puke, I'll pass out. So it just depends. But I feel better today. I was feeling like a POTS flare up yesterday, but I also felt like I was getting sick. Not with COVID, just in general because it's fucking cold and flu season and I still
yeah,
work in the
exactly.
public. Even though I don't work with customers like directly, I still have coworkers.
Yeah,
So I was thinking maybe it had something to do with that because I felt like my nose was really stuffed up, my ears were hurting, and I am notorious for getting ear and sinus infections because I have sinusitis. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just that, but it still could be that. I'm still having some issues, but overall, I'm feeling better than I did yesterday.
well,
But
that's
that
good to
was my
hear.
low. My high is getting the computer and being able to spend time with Eric and playing with my friends on the computer. And we did some deep cleaning to the house this weekend,
Nice.
which, as a fellow anxious person knows, Angel,
hmm
having the
when the
house
house
clean is the
is,
most fucking satisfying
oh
thing
yeah,
ever.
yeah,
Like, I slept in until 9 or 10, and then I went back to sleep because I was like, you know what? I don't have to do anything. And I went back to sleep because it was, what am I doing? Like, I did everything I had to do yesterday, which was, I think, part of the reason I felt worse is because I did so
yeah,
much yesterday
yeah,
cleaning
yeah.
while I was already feeling terrible. But I was like, it's Saturday. I have to do this.
Yeah, no, I get what you're
Because I
saying.
can't do it during the week. I have no energy for
No,
it.
you're telling me. Listen, I
I
started
do
my
like the
period
bare
yesterday.
maintenance. That's
And
the worst.
as you know, I have PCOS and I can't take birth control because my body says instead of one period every 4 months, you will have two period every month. So I still had to clean the house though because the floors were grimy and gritty and the dust was like killing my allergies. So like I get it as a person who's got like the worst fucking periods on the planet, cleaning makes it worse. But man, as a person with anxiety, cleaning is
It's
just
like once you sit down after you're done cleaning everything, you're like, your brain is calm. Even though your body
Mhm,
is killing you, your brain is calm,
mhm.
and you're like, you know what? At least I accomplished that, which will make the rest of the week easier. Because the worst thing is going back to work and then getting home to a gross house, and you're like,
Yeah,
damn it.
yeah. No, the
So
dishes, I have not been able to bring myself to do the dishes because I don't have the mental or physical energy to do them. So
that's understandable.
by the time
But
this episode comes out, they will be done
they will
because
be done.
they won't be left for a week.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
But
no.
other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm trying to get more into the holiday spirit and exploring some more stuff that I normally wouldn't, and trying to do, like, I was never a big Christmas person, so I'm trying to do more Christmas stuff and like watch more Christmas movies, and I don't know. I'm trying to, especially
Christmas
this year,
is
some
yeah.
Christmas cheer, but
Yeah.
overall I'm feeling better. It's
We
been
could
a
all
good
use a
month
little
so
bit of
far.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's been a good month, and I was, we had a great time in Savannah. I think that's a lot of it too, is that like we went to Savannah. I walked more than I ever have since I was a teenager, like since I've been diagnosed with POTS. I
Mhm.
walked the most in Savannah without a wheelchair or a walker or a cane in the longest. That's the longest I've walked for in like 8 years.
Nice.
So I think that was also it, is I pushed myself too far. But you can't really use a wheelchair or walker in parts of Savannah because it's all cobblestone.
Right.
So I think I just pushed myself to the limit, and then I came home, and even though we had 1 day of rest, I went right back to work for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And I work like 45-hour weeks. So I don't think my body ever truly got to like chill. So I feel more recovered now. But let's, I guess, hop into it. I got
Yeah.
a good one for you today.
Let me tell you a quick story about when you said that, because you
Okay.
texted that to me and Kay, and I was like, "What is a Gooden?"
Gooden. It's
I was like,
cheese. Did
Kay,
you know?
Kay, what is a
Did Kay knew
Gooden?
it? Did
And
Kay know?
Kay, well, for Kay didn't look at her phone because she was playing Pokemon. So I showed her my phone, and she was like, "Gooden." Oh, and she literally went, "Oh, like a good one, like she's got a good one." And I was like, "Fuck, I'm an idiot."
A
A
Gooden. It's a
Gooden.
cheese wheel. I'm gonna lay it on you, baby.
All right, well,
Okay.
hit me with your cheese wheel then.
So it's so weird. I can't believe that you read it like that. I'm dead.
I don't know what I
Um,
was like I said,
it's
on my
hilarious
period, my
though.
brain is tired, my body is tired. Give me a break.
So fucking funny though. Anyways, so I'm gonna be talking to you about Susan Kuhnhausen.
Ooh,
she's
what a
she's
name.
American. That was her married name.
Okay.
So Susan Kuhnhausen. I won't get too far into like the story or like how I feel about her, because I just want you to form your own opinion about her.
Okay.
So, back in 2006, on September 6th, Susan was 51 years old, and she was returning from her job as a nurse in the emergency room of the Providence Hospital in Portland.
Another fucking nurse story.
Yeah, yeah. She was in the middle of going through a divorce. It was pretty rough for her, but she was going through it. She was, doing what she could, and she was very dedicated to her job as a nurse. So while she was getting home from her job as a nurse, she thought she would stop at the hairdresser and go to the stylist and asked. She just wanted a completely new hair color because she was going through the divorce and she just wanted to feel good about herself, which, fair, as
Listen,
someone that's
after
been
my high school
divorced.
breakup, I cut
I
my mid back length hair off all the way up to my shoulders, so I get it.
really,
Oh yeah.
the month after like Eric and I started dating, like a couple months after Joey and I broke up, I got a side shave. So I get it.
It's
Sometimes
a
you just
thing.
gotta change it up.
Yeah, it's a thing.
But she got home in the middle of the evening, and she was ready to relax because she had just worked full shift at, the hospital. And the
Big
house
mood.
was dark, very dark. She thought she had left the curtains open before going to work, but she actually didn't, or she thought she did. And she was like, you know what, whatever. And a second or two after realizing that, she saw a man in the corner of her eye, in the shadows of her, like the corner of her bedroom. And he was holding a hammer, and he ran towards Susan and started swinging at her.
Holy shit.
He hit her straight across the face, and somehow Susan, being 51 years old, somehow she got into a tussle with him and she bit him. She was quoted later saying, "If I died, I wanted it to be known that I fought to live." She fell to the floor
Yeah.
with the intruder, and they were fighting over the hammer, and the guy that was attacking her said, "You're strong. You're really strong." She
Ew.
really
That's
didn't
weird.
know how strong she actually was, because she managed to get on him and pin him to the ground, and then she put him in a chokehold. I wish, as
What
a
the fuck?
51-year-old, I would be this strong.
Yeah, me too.
Because if you look at a picture of her, I wouldn't think that she was that strong.
Listen, I am
But if you're hopped
only
up on an
20
adrenaline,
something and well, yeah, I guess that's fair. What is
that's
her
the
name
thing, is
again?
if her name's Susan.
Susan last name?
I'll have to spell it.
Okay. Uh,
Kuhnhausen. Kuhnhausen.
Kuhnhausen. All right, I'm looking at pictures of her. Oh, poor thing. She had like a black eye.
Yeah. But
Okay.
so she was putting this person in a chokehold, and she yelled, "Tell me who sent you and I will call a fucking ambulance." But she didn't get any response from this guy.
Uh-oh. Oh
As
no.
the intruder attempted to throw her off, she only
Oh.
got the chokehold tighter and tighter, and eventually he stopped moving. She fled to a neighbor's house who called 911, and they said, "We have an intruder in the house next door." The intruder was in the bedroom with a hammer. The woman who lives there thinks she may have strangled him. He was down when she left. As Susan got to the emergency room that she had been in there, been working in for 30 plus years,
Yeah.
I think she finally realized that she did kill that man.
Oh
Um,
no. Yeah, but it
she
was in
did.
self-defense, right?
Exactly,
So
exactly. It was in
that's
self-defense,
not
but
yeah.
she did kill the man.
As a nurse, you have like such a moral like
It's a
I'm sure
conflict.
there's a conflict, a moral conflict because, your
But at
job
the
is
end of the
literally to
day,
save
that's why
lives.
she said, if you tell me, why you're doing this or who sent you, then
Yeah.
I won't kill you.
Okay, okay.
Or I won't try harder. But the guy didn't say anything, and he kept trying to fight her, so,
It's okay.
what was she supposed to do?
Yeah, no, she's gotta yeah. Okay.
So she's in the emergency room, and she started to think about her husband that she's no longer with, and how he was having an issue with their divorce. He wasn't happy about the divorce. He didn't want to be divorced. She was the one who wanted it, and she started thinking that her husband might have had a part in this. His name was Michael Kuhnhausen, and they were in the process of getting a divorce. And later on, he actually had wrote like a suicide note and purchased a gun, and he didn't contact his children. They had children together, but they were all adults at this point, and he hadn't talked to any of them for over a week. And people were starting to wonder what was going on with him,
Yeah.
and they were going to reach out to him to see if they could check him into like a psych ward, or something along those lines. But when police finally got a hold of Michael to tell him about this attack, he claimed that he hadn't talked to his wife following the attack because he found out from other people that she survived, so he didn't feel like he had to contact her.
I guess.
And like, I
I don't
guess, but
know.
like, they weren't. She was just like, why wouldn't you like at least make sure I was okay?
Yeah,
Like, we're
well,
still in the
okay.
process of a divorce.
Yeah, I guess like yours and Joey's divorce is pretty amicable and you guys are still friends. But like some people are like after they're done, in their divorce, they're just like fuck that person, I don't want anything else to do with them. So I guess, but at the same time like if she's 51, I'm assuming they spent more than just a
They
couple of
did.
years
They spent
together.
they spent plenty of years together, so it's
So
like,
even
okay, why
even if
not
the
even like a
divorce
hey, you good?
yeah, even if the divorce isn't amicable, I still feel like I would still check on the other I don't know.
Yeah, it just
It's
seems
tough
odd.
to say like how you would react in that situation,
Yeah, because
but
we
okay.
don't know like the status of like how bad their divorce actually was, or like
Yeah.
how their relationship was, but it's still It's still
It's still weird to me that he
for the
didn't even check
police,
on
they
her.
were like, that's really weird.
Okay.
So the person
Honestly,
who had
same.
attacked, what'd you say?
I said honestly, same.
Yeah. The person who attacked Susan was identified later as Edward Haffey, and initially they did think that the man was a burglar who accidentally just went to like the wrong house. But Susan didn't believe him because the man didn't try to steal anything. He didn't ask her where there was any goods. He just straight up attacked her.
Tried
He
to
hid
attack
and
her.
he attacked her, which is like
Yeah.
that's not what burglars do.
Yeah, really.
Burglars you will catch them doing something and they'll attack you, but they don't straight just go for attacking.
Yeah.
So she's thinking, okay, there's a reason why this person is trying to kill me. She was later quoted saying, I don't know why, I don't know who he is, but his intent was clear. And after an investigation, her suspicions were actually confirmed.
Oh.
Haffey, the man who attacked Susan, had been hired by her estranged husband, Michael.
Oh.
According to an affidavit, Haffey had once worked as a custodian under Michael at an adult video store, and Haffey was actually addicted to drugs, and he was desperate enough for money that he would actually commit murder.
Boy.
So, going through this man's possessions after he had passed away, in his backpack they had found a note that just said, "Call Mike, get letter," and that was enough to prove that Michael had actually hired him.
Oh boy.
Michael was arrested and charged with criminal conspiracy to commit murder, and they did fully split up in 2006 when they started the divorce. The reason she decided to get a divorce was she was just unhappy, and he
Mhm.
was an angry person, and he had really terrible anxiety, and he didn't work on it, and she just wanted to be happy. And
Right.
at first, he was wanting to reconcile the relationship, but she refused. And then I believe that his heartache for wanting to get back together just turned into anger. And that's why he turned to trying to murder her.
Okay.
3 people denied his proposal before he turned to Haffey. So he asked multiple people, hey, do you want to kill my wife? And they said, no, you weirdo.
Yeah, really.
And then
That's
the
what
the
I would
guy
say
on
too.
drugs was like, that's weird, but also I love money. So
Yeah.
in
You said he approached 3 people before Happy.
3 people,
Why?
and none of those people didn't report him.
That's what
None
I
of
was
those
about to
people.
say. Why didn't they go to the police and be like, and at least be like, hey, nothing's happened yet,
Hey,
but maybe
but
you
I'm
should keep
kind
an
of
eye on
worried
that
about this
guy.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know. I just had this dude ask me if I wanted to kill his wife that he's no longer with. Seems sus to me.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
they
Yeah,
just
really.
didn't care. So later on, Susan, basically, they were like, oh my god, like, she's a hero. She turned something, like, she saved herself, and, she's a badass.
Yeah.
And she said later on, how can you be a hero when you took someone else's life?
That's
Uh,
fair.
and she did describe herself as a middle-aged woman in bad shape with bad knees, but she still somehow did it.
Wow.
She said that in a moment she made a decision to live, and, it was unfortunate that it took his life, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, she had to do what she had to do.
Yeah, exactly.
When she got the chance to face her ex at his trial, she was quoted saying, "You were willing for me to share your small, miserable life until death did we part. The sooner the better, as it turned out." And at the end of her statement, she was quoted saying, "I was damaged by what you have done to me. I am damaged, but I am not destroyed."
Nice.
And Michael Kuhnhausen pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Only
That's
10.
it?
Um,
Wow. So
but
he's
there is a
out
silver
now.
lining. There's a silver
Oh,
lining.
okay. Okay. Tell
After
me the
his
silver lining.
sentencing, so she did sue her ex for about $1 million,
Yeah.
stating she wanted to make sure he didn't have enough money ever to hire another hitman.
Yeah, really.
But he didn't make it 10 years. In 2014, 2 years before he would have gotten out, Michael died in prison from natural causes.
Nice.
So Susan said that she felt relief from the news. She said, I don't mourn his passing. Instead, I mourn the life he could have had if only he could have opened his heart for those of us who cared about him.
Oh,
So
wow.
at the end of the day, considering this man literally tried to kill her, she was still took everything with grace and was as
Yeah.
nice as she possibly could have been about it.
Yeah. No, I think she's a badass. Like, I kind of agree with her. Maybe not. Yeah, I get where she's coming from. Where like, how can you call somebody who's taken a life a hero? Like, I get where she's coming from, but definitely, definitely a badass. So, wow.
But I wanted to give you an uplifting story because a lot of our true crime ends in aggressive murder of a victim that didn't deserve it, and this person totally did. So
Yeah.
I wanted
So,
to give you some badassery.
Yeah, cool. Well,
And
thanks
now
for that story.
she's no longer known as Susan Kuhnhausen. I believe her name is now Susan Walter or Walters. Like she went back to her old name.
Nice. Well, good for her.
So,
Yeah, I
which
wouldn't want to keep
awesome.
that name either. I wouldn't have taken it to begin with,
Yeah.
but
To be fair, I'm sure she didn't realize that he was going to wind up doing that one day, but good for her.
yep.
And yeah, what do you got for me, Angel, in the world of gaming and excitement?
All right. So I guess in the world of gaming, I guess do you want to like start off with what you've been playing recently?
I don't think I've been playing anything new recently, but I've been trying to. I really want to. So I will tell you a game I've been craving to play again,
Tell me.
which is not the question you asked me, but
That's okay. I still want to know.
so my favorite Legend of Zelda game is Wind Waker, and I've been wanting to play that game again so bad. So I'm gonna figure out a way to do it because I think it'd be really fun. But I haven't played
Nice.
anything new recently. But now that I have a new computer, I should be able to play a lot more than I used to, and I also should be able to stream more because I can actually handle streaming on my computer, and it will be from my perspective.
Yay. So more
So if
Phasmophobia.
more
Which
Phasmophobia,
have
which
you
we
did
might
you
actually play
watch?
tonight.
Oh, good. Have you watched the Game Grumps play Phasmophobia?
Yes, it is so
I
fucking
was
funny.
I
Watching
was
them play with Susie and like Ross in his stupid
wheeze.
VR.
I
His
I was
fucking VR.
wheeze crying the other night when I was watching it. Oh my god, so funny. And
It's
then
really fucking funny.
yesterday they uploaded another video of them playing Among Us, which is I was also wheeze crying, laughing so hard. So that's a good watch too. Anyway, you're not here to listen to us gush about Let's Players, so let's talk about some gaming news. Oh, what have I been playing recently?
Yeah, what have you been playing? I mean, I was gonna ask you, but I didn't know you were done.
Oh, nope, that's okay. I started playing Hollow Knight today, which I'm having a really good time with. It's very hard.
Hollow Knight's fun.
Yeah, it's cute and it's fun and I'm having a really good time with it. But holy shit, that game for a little indie platformer is really
Super
hard.
fun.
Yeah. So that's what
But
I've
it is hard. It is pretty hard, especially considering how many people play it. You wouldn't think it was that hard. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah. No,
I feel like the lesser known indie games are like the ones that are super difficult.
yeah, the only other things I've kind of been playing are like a little bit of Animal Crossing, and I've been doing Dynamax adventures on Pokemon Sword and Shield, which we
Oh,
have swords.
nice.
So at the end of
I think I
Dynamax
have Shield.
adventures, you get a legendary Pokemon. So I've been building my legendary arsenal. It's very cool. Anyway,
Nice.
so if you were wanting to get back into that, there's a good reason for you to do so.
Good to know.
So, the first piece of news I have is Sony announced earlier this week that they will be finally starting to film the Metal Gear Solid movie, which was hinted at way back in 2006 by the game series director Hideo Kojima. Um,
Yes.
and Oscar Isaac has been casted as the part of Solid Snake. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, yep. So, and the fun fact about this is that there is, let me give you the link to the tweets. It's only a 7-second tweet, but there was a little interview with Oscar Isaac where he essentially said, I would play Solid
And they
Snake.
said, okay.
Yeah. So here we are, like a year and a half later. They're like, hey, you want to actually like follow up on that? So there is
Man, the
currently,
internet's a fun place.
yeah, really. There is currently no release date for it. The movie is still in pre-production, so it's not even in filming yet. So hopefully sometime soon, like in
You know how fun that's
2021,
gonna be?
probably 2022. I always am a little bit nervous about video game movies.
I am too, but I feel and like I don't know, I take those things with like a grain of salt because I know how things are. We've all
Yeah.
seen, the last of the Silent Hill movies.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Or World of Warcraft movie was not great, so I
Yup.
heard the Tomb Raider movie was not good. Is that correct? Or was it decent?
No, I heard that it was decent,
Okay. Anyway,
but
video movies.
usually they don't tend to be good.
Yeah, movie adaptations of video games do not have a great track record. So I'll just stay on the fence on that until I actually watch it.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I think, it's a good choice. He's an amazing actor, so at least
Yeah.
there'll be that going for it.
Yeah, they have at least the name. So, which I
The
feel like,
name and the actor, what they
yeah.
shall do with it is up to them at that point.
Yeah. So basically, so the next piece of news that I have, since we are so close to Christmas, is that there is a Nintendo Switch deal that is actually really freaking awesome. So, if you are looking to gift a Nintendo Switch this holiday season, Walmart has one of the best deals right now. For $299, you get the console, a carrying case, and 12 months of Nintendo Switch individual membership
Oh shit.
for the price that I bought just the console for on release
That's
night.
insane.
So let me just
And
break this
carrying
down for
cases
you.
can be expensive.
Yeah, no, one of the carrying cases I have because it's
Is
hardcover.
like the hard one, yeah.
Yeah, it because I got it when I got the Switch, and I was going on a plane, like, literally the next day to go visit my brother in Nebraska,
And you're
and so
like,
I
I
was
should probably
afraid.
get something to
So
carry this in.
I got a really, really solid, like, hard case, and it was close to $50, but so the console itself costs $300, a 12-month subscription for just an individual person is $20, and, carrying cases cost anywhere, on the low end between 15 to the upper end, like
You're
45,
saving
$50.
like $70 at
So
least.
yeah, so that is absolutely a deal you're not going to want to miss out on if you're still looking to get a Nintendo Switch for somebody for Christmas. Absolute like Walmart's got the deal for you. So the Nintendo Switch in the battery life, just another couple bullet points here, has an updated model which includes 2 more hours of battery life, 4.5 to 9 hours on a single charge in handheld, depending on the games you play, plus a little bit of a sleeker design and a better design. So hop on that if you're going to get a Nintendo
Do
Switch.
it. If you didn't get one during the pandemic already.
Yeah, really. So the next thing I have is a small piece of news, but I thought it was still exciting anyway. Supergiant released a 10th anniversary album of music from its games. Their games over the last decade, like big name games, have included Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, Hades. These are all names that we obviously recognize. And the pre-order for the vinyl, so it's this big, beautiful, red, gorgeous vinyl. Let me send you the article real quick because I want
Ooh, we
this
just bought a red
so
vinyl
bad.
too. We bought the one of the Ghost albums, and
Uh-huh.
the album is red. It is beautiful, and it's
Yeah,
so
so
cool looking. Like when you hold it up through the light. Let
mhm,
me look. I have to look at this.
yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty. This is how the
Yeah,
other one looks.
yeah, exactly. So it's a beautiful red. I want it so bad. It's
Do
gonna
you
be
have a
shipping
record
in
player? You
I
should
do.
totally get one.
I
Okay, I was
do
gonna
have a
say,
record
oh,
player.
that's good to know. Ooh, I have gift ideas. Sorry, I just got excited because I didn't know you had one, and
Yeah.
we've been going and buying. We've bought like 7 to 8 new vinyls in the past couple of months because we go to a certain store. I'm not gonna say the store here, so you don't triangulate, um,
Yeah, you
but
people in Norway, the one person in Germany who listens.
But that's good to know because I go a lot to this one place,
Mhm.
and if you and I know somewhat the type of music that you like to listen to, so I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. Let me see if I can. Okay, cool. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was
Nope,
thinking out
that's
loud. I got
that's
excited.
okay. So the album is called The Songs of Supergiant Games 10th Anniversary Orchestral Collection, which is on pre-order right now and will be shipped in early 2021. You can listen to the whole thing on YouTube right now. It
It's
was
not the same. I'm kidding.
That's true. No, 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 you're not wrong. The album was recorded by Abbey Road Studios in London, and there is a YouTube video of kind of a behind the scenes of the making of the album, which I have absolutely watched. It's super cool to watch, but that's the band geek in me.
That's fair.
I will post a link to that video on our website, but it's a cool little behind the scenes, and yeah, I'm really excited about that. I want it so bad. So, with that said, if you go to store.supergiants.com, the vinyl is $34.99 and it
That's
comes
not
with
bad.
no, it's not. It comes with art from the games that are featured on it and a sweet sleeve. And I think there's
It's just pretty.
also yeah, no, there's also like a little booklet that gives you the title of the song and the game it comes from. So
Nice.
again, that's store.supergiantgames.com. And then in the search, you can put in like Songs of Supergiant vinyl. The next piece of news I have is a little bit sad for me. BioWare big names Casey Hudson and Mark Darrah announced earlier this week that they were actually going to be leaving BioWare.
What? Why?
Yeah. So let me just read to you a little bit of this article. Quote, EA has confirmed that General Manager Casey Hudson and Dragon Age 4 Executive Producer Mark Darrah are leaving BioWare. While the announcement did come with the assurance that Dragon Age 4, Anthem Next, and the Mass Effect Trilogy Legendary Remaster would be unaffected, fans of these iconic franchises have already begun voicing their concerns. Quote within the quote, "We strive for all of our studios to be placed where talented creative people come to do career-defining work. A dimension of this ambition is that sometimes people want to try something different. Casey Hudson, GM, BioWare, Mark Darrah, executive producer, Dragon Age, are two of these people, and they have decided to move on from BioWare."
You know what?
Yeah.
People gotta do what they gotta do.
As far as who will be overseeing these positions that Casey Hudson and Mark Darrah are leaving, Samantha Ryan would be coming from Warner Brothers Games, and she will continue seeing the studio's efforts as former Blizzard developer Christian Daly takes the helm of the Dragon Age series and Dragon Age 4. And Michael Gamble will be leading, the article says leading the charge, but he will be taking over for the future of the Mass
Leading the
Effect.
charge sounds like a fucking fight, like
I
a
know.
war.
It reminds me of back when I went to
They are
UCO.
leading the charge
Yeah.
to create video games.
So Mike Gamble, who's also another big name in the BioWare sphere, but he's not going anywhere, but he's taking charge over the future of Mass Effect and the remaster, plus the new games that have been hinted at for the last several years. And as for who's replacing Casey Hudson, quote, "That search continues with promise that the company is already taking some great people, one who has a deep love and respect for the studio's heritage and embodies the values of this team and who will help carry on the incredible legacy of BioWare." So no name yet, but it sounds like they already have somebody in mind.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Um,
see how that goes.
yeah, I'm actually I'm very sad about that because I shouldn't
I
say
mean, they
sad. Casey Hudson and Mark Darrah are incredible game developers. They're incredible people. I love following them on their Twitters. I'm glad that they are moving on to things that more closely align with their personal goals, but it feels so sad to me that names that are on the credit rolls for my favorite games won't be there on on that next game. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. I don't like to the BioWare community likes to freak out when something like this is announced. But I think that BioWare knows if they fuck up with Dragon Age 4, it'll be the end of BioWare.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, but I think that Dragon Age 4 is such an anticipated game that they have their best and brightest working on it. And I'm not at all concerned about the future of Dragon Age 4. So,
I think it'll be okay. I mean,
yeah,
people move on from things all the time. It's just I'm sure that they probably either weren't expecting it or it is what it is. We'll
yeah,
figure it out. We'll
absolutely.
see we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. So, along the same kind of Dragon Age 4 vein, Jeff Keighley, who is an announcer for the Game Awards, teased on Friday afternoon that there will be a special look at the next Dragon Age from BioWare during the Game Awards on Thursday.
Oh, interesting.
So you know that I'm going to be watching that closely, and we'll be talking about it again next week. We
Yeah.
did, I think last week we did say that the Game Awards were happening on this coming Thursday, but I
Okay. I
think
was
we
to
were
say
like
I
a
was
week
like,
off.
yeah, we were off, but
But that's only because we are human, and
shit
pre-recording
happens.
episodes for the holidays has kind of thrown us off a little bit. So it is what it
But
is.
by the time this episode comes out,
Yeah,
it
well,
will have happened,
yeah.
and you can, I'm sure, rewatch it
Oh
based
yeah, it will
on.
be all over
I
the
don't see why you
place.
wouldn't be able to. But
So again,
did you
that
have any?
link is thegameawards.com/watch, WATCH. That's all the news I have. So not
Oh,
any long news, but a lot of good news.
it is good news. We will see how the Game Awards go. The next time we record, we will be
We'll have
talking probably about what
yeah,
we thought
yeah.
and if our predictions were
Yeah,
correct.
I was gonna say we'll have to pull up our predictions again. I had to listen back to that bit of the episode for our blog, which was weird because I don't super listen to it after we've recorded because I already know what we talked about.
Yeah,
Kay,
exactly. But I don't remember every little thing
yeah,
we say.
Kay and I will like listen to it because Kay is our resident title producer. She comes up with the titles, but I don't pay super close attention. I'm not gonna lie because I have already heard it.
I don't go back and listen to the episodes frequently, and if I do, it's only to make sure it sounds okay in certain parts.
Yeah, yeah,
Because just I don't need to hear myself talk that much.
yeah. No, I get
I
what you're
already work a
saying.
job where I'm on the phone all the time, and I have been
Oh,
for years. I'm like, I don't need to hear myself talk more than I already do.
yeah,
Okay.
really. Yeah, really. So I guess with all of that said, you can reach out to us on our social media. Instagram is ghoulgaminggals.podcast. Our Twitter is ghoulgaminggals. You can, I don't know about Facebook. That is just what it is. You can reach out to us directly at ghoulgaminggals@gmail.com. You can check out our central hub of everything, all things Ghoul Gaming Gals at ghoulgaminggals.com. You can support us by leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. That would really super help us out. Or if you really feel like you want to spend some $5 on us, you'll get a whole bunch of blooper reels for $5 at patreon.com/ghoulgaminggals. And my phone number, no, I'm kidding. Nope. You don't need my phone number.
Now that I cackled and I think I had myself muted, and I'm really glad that I had myself muted because that was a loud cackle on my behalf.
Was
But
it the after the number?
yes,
No,
yes, I
I heard you.
literally. Okay, I was going to say I literally cackled. I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
Nope.
After the phone number, what I was going to say was, keep an eye out for my streams, and
Oh
Angel
yeah.
might be joining
I,
me because now that I have
yeah.
a computer, I'll actually be able to stream from my computer, and so
Yeah.
keep an
And
eye
I'll be
out
able
for
to,
it.
and I can stream now.
In general, please keep an eye out for the streams, and if you
Yeah.
do miss my stream or hers, I have mine set that if you miss out on a stream, you can see my past broadcast. So if you miss my
Yeah.
stream because of work or sleep or the huge, go back and take a look at it. Even though you're not a part of the chat, you're a part of the chat in my heart. So
Yeah. And Janelle's Twitch is Janelle Nelly. My Twitch is Aria Makila, spelled AUREUMAQUILA. And yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
guess we'll
it.
catch you in the
Have
next episode.
good holidays, and we will be back next week as
Yeah,
always.
maybe.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.